I'm back. Okay. So, you know how you're peeing and you have like a few more thoughts, right? About what you know. Excuse all the foil. It's to stop the cat pissing. So you know how you. I better move it just in case it gets a little crazy. So you know how you have a few thoughts when you're taking a pee. Look, you see, you should be able to climb on this shit, but you can't. Okay. So here's. It's a shame, really, that the stream does not have a count of how long I've been streaming, because I would like to mark this point as a point that I would like to directly address Popcap and its makers and developers. But, you know, Gary Clay and Justin Weeby never come into the stream. They're too busy getting hand jobs from, like, that parasite Zero Fusion Act about this game, because, basically, he earns a living from it. But here's what I would say to Popcap. I would say, dear Popcap, 6 months from now, you should release all of the GW1 maps in a big DLC, because that's what people want. Update them, zombify them, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. But that's what people want to see. So start work. Now that you've cleared this lousy DLC, please go back to the drawing board, take the GW1 stuff that people love so much and still play because it's such a great game, and bring it into this game. That's what people want. We don't want to hear your excuses from a technical end of, oh, we can't do that, there's no reason we can do that. You've shown that you can do it, given the will and given the time and given the money. Okay, if you want this game to die, by all means, roll out more of this dumb shit. And don't do anything else, and sit on your laurels. The problem you have is that there's nobody giving you clear-eyed advice about the impact that you're having on the community. Nobody is talking to you about how overhyping is leading to disappointment because you oversell every little fucking thing. Nobody cares that much about legendary hats. Nobody cares that much about all the wonderful customizations that are great, that this little gnome you have selling down in the basement, you know, no, I don't give a shit about that stuff. I give a shit about being able to play this fucking game with my friends in a multiplayer venue, in a first-person shooter, using characters that work well in a team environment. You need to start sending the message that balancing isn't going to fix everything. You need to learn to play the fucking characters. That's how it works, okay? Not all of the characters are equal, nor can they be equal. Not everybody is going to have equal success, say, with the hockey star versus, like, the cricketer. Or nobody's going to have... I mean, people are going to play the OP characters like the Chompers and be annoying. Balancing that out is just going to make this a mediocre game for everybody. You need to send the message that there's a learning curve here. Okay, play the characters you feel comfortable with, like the pea shooters, because they're kind of super easy to use and you can get kills. But if you really want to be a master of this game, there are other characters that are not so easy to use or master. It's a challenge. Make it a little easier to master these characters, because it takes far too long to get the upgrades. It takes far too long. And you could just change, all you need to do is tweak the multiplier a little bit so that you don't have to wait. If you are away for like 20 minutes, it doesn't go down to 0. Okay? Fix some of the little glitches in the maps. Put glitches into the maps that people can exploit. You don't even have to tell us. You can pretend it was all an accident, not intentional. You know, like the ability to drone your cactus. That was a great added ability that you didn't even know could be done until people started doing it. This is the kind of shit that makes a game good. This is kind of how, you know, games evolve, is that you put stuff in them like people have no idea. Like, all of this background shit should be accessible. You should be able to jump on it and, you know, maybe find like a secret way around that nobody knew. Droning your cactus across this instead of having to jump these stupid hot plates. All right? That's the kind of stuff people love. That's the kind of fan-friendly stuff that you can do that will make this game more playable and more enjoyable and create more community loyalty and bring new people in through word of mouth just with how enjoyable this game is. Because right now, playing this game is fucking drudgery. Now, I can tell you this honestly, because you'll be like, okay, you called Zero Fusion X a parasite because he earns his money from it, but here you are streaming our game and getting viewers off it. Yeah, but I don't ask these poor people for money. I do it because I enjoy, I'm a fucking ham, okay? And I like entertaining people, and I think people are kind of entertained by the stupid shit that I do and say on this. I could be playing Overwatch and doing this, but I happen to play PvZ. Maybe I could play Call of Duty and do it, I don't know, but I might have to concentrate too much on playing. I do it in this game because it's actually not that, you know, there's like stuff I can do, right? I know how to play this game. It's like I'm very familiar with it. Okay? So, look, see? That doesn't burn him. Why did the hot plates? So, Popcap, please, please, for God's sakes, give us the GW1 maps. Tell us that's what you're going to do. We'll give you time, okay? Look at how much forgiveness has been in the community for all of this other dumb shit that you do. Because nobody tells you that it's dumb shit. You just, I mean, you think it's a bunch of like 11 and 12-year-olds who are playing this game. It's not. It's people like me. I'm 46 years old, okay? I know a thing or two about what I enjoy and what I don't. And there are other people, Nukes in here, Sonar, who are really, really good players. These are the people you should be turning to and soliciting for advice about your game. These are the people who can talk to you intelligently in a language that both of you understand, to whom you can explain maybe some of the dynamics that we don't understand, that why you can't improve this game satisfactorily for your customers. And you won't have to give it away for 10 hours to get a bunch of nobodies who are going to play it for 10 hours and then be like, yeah, okay, there's far too much in this game. There's too much in the game. There's too much to do. There's too much grind. You need to allow people to choose a course in this game that they want to play, where they can still get all the legendaries. They just have to do it a different way, okay? I don't want to have to grind through this to get a legendary, you know? Don't insult my intelligence by making me grind through like a PvZ 1 like thing to get the 312 and then giving me a unicorn shot, but give me something I actually want. Okay, it's real simple. And, you know, honestly, you find a marketing guy who just actually knows how to market. I happen to know a really good one called Pookie Michelle. You should hire her to do your marketing because she's really good at it and she knows what she's doing. It's clear Gary doesn't, okay? I mean, you could find some other role for him, like developing soundtracks for this game or whatever. But find some good people who know what the fuck they're doing. Create a focus group of good players like myself, like Nukes, like Code. I know you don't like him. I know he said he was going to cut Gary Clay's nipples off. But, you know, that's just Code. He's a really good player. There are people who really are good at this game, who can play it, who want to play it, who will give you solid advice where to change things. That's not Zero Fusion X, okay? He's far too invested in earning a living off your game. And I know you defend him, and I know you think he's a wonderful guy. Some of us think he's kind of, you know, people like Moonlight Wolf would give you good advice if you asked her. But you're not going to ask her, are you? Because you're not asking anybody. You're looking at data that is just cold and banal, and you got to talk to people about the game, about their experience playing the game. You need a focus group, 10, 20 people. You can beta, and it's pronounced beta, Gary, test all of this stuff on them, and you will have a great idea of how to proceed. Okay, can I now stop the rant and get on with stuff? Now we're just sitting down shouting at a video game? Yes, we are. Right, let's get back to it. Why were the teasers nothing to do with the update? Good point, right? It was just what I was saying. It's like you have a marketing guy who doesn't know how to market, okay? All right? I mean, we got this great video that totally oversells this game. Totally oversells this DLC. But that's Gary Clay's approach. He's in charge of marketing. He doesn't understand that you raise people's expectations. You better meet those fucking expectations, okay? I mean, in some cases, it's almost impossible. Okay, but do I make any good points? Does anybody actually feel like I made it? I mean, there are 16 people watching me shouting at a video game, right? And you're right. It's so fucking stupid that I should be shouting at like a video game, yeah? Why the fuck am I shouting in a video game? How stupid is that?